you by BuyAToyota.com, Toyota's website for deals. Dunkin' Donuts, America runs on Dunkin'. The 2017 Kia Sportage. Visit anykiadealers.com to learn more. Digital Federal Credit Union. See what DCU can save you. Subaru Retailers of New England. And by Southwest Airlines, transparency, low fares, and nothing to hide. This game is about to get underway despite still a little bit of light rain, and there is a forecast of more showers in the area. But back here at Comerica Park in Detroit, we're getting set for the first pitch. Here's the Red Sox starting lineup now. It's brought to you by BuyAToyota.com, Toyota's website for deals. Dustin Pedroia red hot with a bat. He'll lead it off. Then it's Xander Bogaerts and David Ortiz. Mookie Betts in right, the cleanup man. Hanley Ramirez really cooking. He's at first base. Jackie Bradley in center. Aaron Hill at third. Andrew Benintendi in left. And Brian Holiday does the catching and hits ninth against the Tigers starting pitcher, presented by Buick. That is the left-hander Daniel Norris, 1-1, a 3.47 ERA.
Now the Tigers defense is brought to you by DraftKings. They are third best in the American League, 60 errors in 122 games. Casey McGee will be at third base. Eric Ibar, the shortstop. Ian Kinsler at second, and Miguel Cabrera, the first baseman. Left to right, Justin Upton and Andrew Romine and J.D. Martinez, and James McCann doing the catching for Norris.
The umpires are brought to you by ToyotaCertified.com. It'll be Brian Honora behind the plate, Trip Gibson at first, Scott Barry at second, and Jerry in the slow lane at third. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP presented by ToyotaCertified.com. Search for your factory back Toyota Certified used vehicle right now.
Buenas noches, amigos.
And the all-important weather. The skies look ugly right now, but 75 degrees. Wind is in from the right at 12 miles an hour. Chance of showers. And still a little bit of light rain, barely noticeable as the left-hander Norris gets ready to deliver the first pitch of the ball game to Dustin Pedroia after the delay. And it's in there for strike one.
And the Red Sox tonight will see all four pitches from Norris: the fastball, curveball, slider, and changeup. Most of the changeups against right-handed hitters.
0-1 and a fly ball into right field. Martinez right there to make the play for out number one. Sox right now 4-1 on this all-important road trip, and with a win tonight would go to 16 games over 500 for the first time this season.
Nice bounce back win by the Red Sox last night, obviously, after a terrible loss here on Thursday afternoon.
Xander Bogaerts 311, 14 homers, 69 runs batted in. Those RBIs haven't moved very much the last couple of weeks. Jerry, you broke down his swing, and you were along with Victor Rodriguez, the Red Sox assistant hitting coach today, talking about the things he's doing differently, trying to implement now after doing a lot of work, trying to get back that stroke.
Yeah, he, it's a lot of things going on for Bogaerts right now. Mentally, of course, the way they're approaching him, and physically with his swing. And as the night goes on, we'll be able to talk about quite a few of those things.
Chops it on the infield. Ibar charging from the grass, guns and gets him. 2 down. Ibar with a quick feet and a quick toss will send up David Ortiz.
Now it's interesting, we talked prior in the rain delay about his leg kick, and now he doesn't do what we were talking about that he did last night. He just has that leg kick come straight up. That causes him to be out front just a little bit, and the result, the little ground ball to shortstop for Bogaerts. But we'll have a side view a little bit later of his swing yesterday, when he was trying to do things the right way, and then when he has that high leg kick.
He had 2 hits last night, doing it a different way.
He did, but as we talked about in the rain delay, Dave, he doesn't like it. He doesn't like doing it the right way. He likes the other way, and he hopes to get hot doing it the other way.
He's fighting it a bit. Ortiz showing a bunt. 317, 28 homers, 95 driven in. David with a very high home run in last night's Red Sox win. Red Sox ran away and hit on 16 hits and 10 runs to beat the Tigers for the first time this year. They're 1-4 against Detroit. A strike.
Everything away from David Ortiz. The first 3 pitches to the outside part of the plate, and quickly ahead 1-2.
Norris only 23 years old, works quickly. That's off the end of the bat, little dribbler, and that's going to get him a base hit. So David will skip up to first base, and he has the first hit of the ball game.
It'll tap down the third base line. Let's go back to that Bogart swing for an example. We showed you earlier in the rain delay on the left. You see his old swing where he kicks that leg straight up. And what it was doing is causing him to become off balance. Now, the last couple of games, you'll see that toe tap and then come up, which keeps his weight back longer. Tap, bring it up, and the weight back stays longer and drives the ball a little bit better. Now, in the first at bat tonight, there was no tap. So
tap was gone.
It's gone. So it's about, it's a constant battle every single at bat.
Mookie Betts, 316, 28 homers, 89 driven in. He was 1 for 5 last night in the Sox victory, and he scored his major league leading 98th run. He's almost at 100 runs. And he'll take a ball. And a red hot Hanley Ramirez on deck. Last night the Red Sox got 4 runs in the first inning. Very nice cushion for Rick Porcello, who picked up his 17th win of the season. He is 17-3. Red Sox really score for Rick. Here's the 1-1. Into the dirt and blocked by McCann. No advance by Ortiz.
That's the curveball that time, and a good job back there by McCann. Even with David Ortiz at first base, I mean, if that ball gets away far enough, Ortiz gets in a scoring position. But with the block by McCann, right there, holds David still at first base.
Two and one on Betts. Through the right side for a base hit. Martinez will scoop that up. Ortiz to second. This is something the Red Sox have been doing frequently, Jerry, with 2 down, starting to put hits together and get runs on the board.
Yeah, it's a good sign. When the pitcher thinks he's going to have an easy 1-2-3 inning, the Red Sox have been able to spoil that by getting a 2-out base hit, adding another one as Mookie Betts, and all of a sudden you do have that man in scoring position with a red-hot Hanley Ramirez coming to the plate.
Hanley at it again last night. He was 3 for 5. He drove in 4 runs. He also stole a base. And his last 6 games, he's been as hot as anybody not named Mookie Betts in this Red Sox lineup. 2 down, 2 on. Norris, the left-hander, was acquired from Toronto last year in the trade that sent David Price to the Blue Jays. He spent more time in the minors this year than with Detroit. This is only his 6th start for Detroit this summer.
Yeah, set back by an injury, had a strained right oblique that put him on a disabled list for a while, had to make some rehab starts.
1-0 and a bounding ball toward third. Fair ball right on top of the bag. McGee, and he'll just tap it for the force play to retire the side. So nothing doing in the first tonight for the Red Sox, and the Tigers are coming up. Dealers, it'll be Kinsler, Ibar, Cabrera, then Martinez and Martinez, Victor and JD, Justin Upton in there in left, McGee in third, McCann doing the catching, and Romine in center field. And taking on Drew Pomeranz, 1-2, an ERA of 4.59. And coming off an outstanding outing, his best as a member of the Red Sox rotation. Kinsler chasing the first pitch and pops it to right, sky high for Mookie Betts. And a fast out. Red Sox starting pitcher presented by New England Audi dealers. And against Cleveland, he was really good to start this road trip in Monday's day game. 7 2/3, 5 hits, 2 runs. He got the win. It was the longest start of Pomeranz's career as he went 7 2/3. He threw 104 pitches, and he got a lot of quick outs like the one he just got.
Throwing strikes to get ahead.
Here's Ibar, just acquired by this Tiger team, and he's 2 for 11 since they got him. 0 for 4 last night. And he pops it foul off first, giving chase. Here's Hanley Ramirez, and he runs it down.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They are 6th in the league with 65 errors on the season. Aaron Hill at third base, Xander Bogaerts the shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second, Hanley Ramirez the first baseman, left to right, Benintendi, Jackie Bradley Jr., and Mookie Betts, and Brian Holiday doing the catching tonight for Pomeranz.
2 up, 2 down. And now Miguel Cabrera. So far just 3 pitches. We'll see if Cabrera takes one. In there for a strike. 308, 27 homers, 78 RBIs. He's trouble against just about everybody. 333 lifetime against the Sox. And par for the course for him.
Now, first time that he's faced Pomeranz does not have an at bat against him yet. Pretty good number there against the Red Sox. 428 on base percentage in his career.
2 down, bases empty. Off the glove of the pitcher, it rolls to Bogaerts. He has time though, because it's Cabrera and gets him. That goes 1-6-3. Drew Pomeranz throws only 6 pitches. Top of the second, Red Sox coming up. Bradley, Hill, and Benintendi against the lefty. And Jackie at 281. He's homered 21 times, including last night. Been hitting a lot of home runs lately. He's hit a home run in 4 of his last 6 games. No score after 1 in Detroit after a rain delay. And he'll take a ball.
That defense set up for the Tigers, expecting Bradley to pull the ball, even against the left-hander. Look at Cabrera right on that first base line.
The 2-0 from Norris. Norris is a cancer survivor. Diagnosed with thyroid cancer in the spring of 2015 while he was with Toronto. He's had surgery for that. He is in recovery. Even at the time of the trade, most of his Tiger teammates, though, did not have any idea he was battling cancer. He kind of kept it to himself, very quiet about it. And his energy not completely back as a result. Liner on 1 hop, scooped up by Kinsler. The second baseman will throw to get him. Time now for the Geico Red Sox moment honoring the 1986 Red Sox season. And in game number 122, Red Sox beat the Indians 6-3. Bruce Hurst got the win. Don Baylor and Bill Buckner each had 2 RBIs for the Sox. One away, Aaron Hill to step up. Looks like they have another wild one going in Cleveland. I don't know if you saw the way the game ended last night there as the Indians pulled it out on home runs in the 9th inning, and the last one was an inside the park home run to win the game. But it is now 6-5 Toronto leading Cleveland in the 5th inning. Toronto had gotten out to a big lead. They were on top 5-0. As you look at the standings, Red Sox with a chance to move into first place tonight. And they're at it again. Hill hitting .231 with a home run with the Red Sox since the trade. He is 2 for 8 on the trip. And Norris fires. A strike.
And fastball averaging about 93 miles an hour for Norris. Fastball that Jackie Bradley hit 93, pulled it, hit it hard, but right at Ian Kinsler.
1-2 coming. And a fly ball into shallow center, charging on Romine. Plenty of time. 2 down. Tomorrow morning, 11:30, catch an all-new food-themed episode of NESN Clubhouse. David Ortiz shares the recipe, one of his favorite meals. Plus, we make a salad with the greens from Fenway Farms. NESN Clubhouse presented by Delta Dental of Massachusetts. I've walked past the Fenway Farms many times. I can't believe how much is there, how big that farm is. And I can't believe how ugly those shirts are.
Yeah, those are pretty bad, and so are the stashes.
Benintendi the batter, 327, no homers, 7 RBIs. You would not be caught dead one of those. I don't mean the mustache.
I don't think I'd buy a shirt like that. No,
you wouldn't.
I don't think I'd wear one if somebody gave it to me.
Always brings up the difficult question of, you know, if you know they're coming over and they gave you the Christmas gift.
Yeah,
it's something to wear. Do you put it on?
No, well, you go, oh, I'm not great, and then you just discard it after they leave.
The 1-1 is too high. Holiday on deck.
That's not even something, Dave, that you would consider regifting, would you?
No, I think that would be cruel. That'd be cruel and unusual. And this guy doesn't even care if his is on right. Crooked. And it doesn't match. But he's got that shirt. Foul tipped into the middle. After tonight, the Red Sox have 40 games left. 24 of those on the road. So beginning to dwindle down. The 2-2. He spoiled that one. And with 3 out of 9 in this series, he has played in 16 major league games since the call up the second day of August, and he's reached base in 11 of them. He certainly has not looked overwhelmed for a moment. 2-2. Checked his swing.
Good job laying off that high fastball that time. Clearly out of the strike zone, and you know, one with a couple of strikes you want to chase, you want to swing at. But he's able to hold up on the swing. He was thinking about it, but certainly did a good job holding up.
Norris home with a payoff pitch. And he walks him. So Benintendi is aboard again. And Holiday, who's doing the catching tonight, will stride on up to hit here.
That's a good battle by Benintendi right there. You know, to draw a walk off the left-hander with 2 outs in the inning. So the Red Sox have had base runners now with 2 outs in the first 2 innings.
This is not the first time the Red Sox have seen Norris. They hit him hard right here last August. 5 runs, 9 hits, and 3 1/3. And poke foul out of play by Holiday, who's hitting .220 with 2 home runs. Tomorrow, the end of this series, and the last the Red Sox and the Tigers will see of each other in the regular season. Eduardo Rodriguez against Justin Verlander at 110. And the Red Sox head for Tampa Bay. Benintendi certainly a threat to run with good wheels. Norris out of Johnson City, Tennessee. Takes a sign from McCann, and the 0-1 will not be made, and he's back in again. Cabrera gave a very touching send-off to David Ortiz in the Ortiz celebration before the game. He did it in Spanish up on the big board. David seemed very touched. The 0-1 popped him up on the infield. Kinsler and the second baseman with the catch to retire the side. Red Sox will strand a runner. No score on this one. By T-Mobile. Category lowest opponent batting average against starting pitchers in Major League Baseball. Pomeranz is on that list. They're hitting just .204 against the lefty. And he retired the side in the first inning on just 6 pitches. Here's Victor Martinez going after the first one. Skies one into left field. Well hit. Benintendi underneath it, though. Back toward the track to make the catch. Another fast out.
Yeah, you know, when you realize a guy is going to be throwing strikes early in the count, I mean, a lot of times the hitter, you're going to go up there and say, why should I fall behind? If he gives me that first pitch strike, take advantage of it. This ball hit pretty well by Victor Martinez, but not deep enough in a big ballpark. Benintendi with plenty of room out there in left field, and not quite as much as when this ball popped open, but still a lot of room out there.
345 down the line, 420 to center, and 330 down the right field line here at Comerica. Here's J.D. Martinez, 314, 17 home runs, hit number 17 last night. He's their hottest hitter right now, at a 10-game hitting streak. Not only that, he's hitting .450 during it. He's 18 out of 40.
Yeah, 2 for 2 in his career, 2 off Pomeranz.
He cracks that one through the hole for a base hit, so give him an 11-game hitting streak, and he becomes the first man to reach tonight against Pomeranz.
Yeah, that's the curveball again, and you know, that's just good hitting. I mean, we saw him go opposite field home run last night. This time he gets the breaking ball and he tops it between that hole, right by the dive of Xander Bogaerts, and picks up the base hit. So he's now 3 for 3 off Pomeranz in his career.
Now Justin Upton, a very interesting case of Justin Upton. As you look at the numbers, they are underwhelming. He has a big contract, 226 with 13 homers, only 46 driven in. He has 1 hit in his last 30 at bats. So they just gave him a mental health break. They sat him for a few games. He's 5 for his last 49. He's been hitting into a lot of double plays. He'll look at a strike.
And he has struck out this year 140 times. Davis of Baltimore 167, Napoli 153, Upton 140.
And the 0-2. Tried to hold up, did he? They appeal, and that's a swing and a miss, and down he goes, strike 3. Trip Gibson rings him up. First strikeout tonight for Pomeranz, and 2 away.
Now that was certainly by design. They wanted the high fastball, and that is a swing right there. He didn't like it, but clearly you could see those wrist break, and Pomeranz, who elevated the fastball, picks up the strikeout.
So Upton 5 for 50. Casey McGee now, the third baseman. 2 down. Martinez on at first base. No score in the second. This Tiger team has been on the roller coaster. They lost 9 of their last 12 coming into this one. That followed winning 10 out of 11 to climb into the wild card race. So the folks in Detroit don't know what to think about them. They have been all over the map, and right now 3.5 behind the Orioles, who are the second place wild card contender. Well, the Orioles are down big, 8-1 in the bottom of the 5th to Houston. And the 0-2 pitch from Pomeranz. Swung on and missed. He got him. He strikes out back-to-back hitters.
Mostly Xander Bogaerts. A lot of people want to know what's going on with Bogaerts. He swung the bat very well yesterday. Let me show you, first of all, I'm Xander, but I'm going to hit from the left side because I'm left-handed. But let me show you what I've been doing, and then you correct me. A lot of people today use the leg kick, the high leg kick.
That's right.
And Bogaerts' leg kick for a while looked to me like it was coming straight up and his weight was off balance. And that's why you see him swinging at a lot of breaking balls away from him.
Exactly.
Exactly right?
Yeah, exactly
leg
right.
Coming up,
yeah,
and then off balance.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Bogey, with the leg kick. The leg kick is something that if you don't control it, you're gonna find yourself diving, using a lot of upper body, because as soon as you go that way, that action that you just did there, you lose the lower half, and now you got nothing but upper body. And with Xander, the last couple of days, what we've done is eliminated the leg kick just a little, just to have him more under control and do a little toe tap.
Okay, so you're suggesting then, instead of this,
exactly,
you want him going back more.
Right there, exactly right. Because
so
exactly,
up gives you better balance, keeps you back longer,
exactly,
and makes you softer coming forward.
Exactly right. Because what that does is activate the backside, and that's what we've seen. We've seen a Bogart that is not using the backside. He's diving, and now his backside is not in the swing. It's more upper body, and that head of the bat is not staying through the zone. And pitch recognition, when your body's going that way, is not that good. So all that stuff together have make Bogart struggle a little bit, but with the ability that he have an adjustment that he has made the last couple of days, he's more on the control side and staying through the ball better. The last couple of days, you see he's made some adjustment, and when the lower half is under control, you see Bogaerts using his hands and using the whole field.
Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. Wrong first.
Exactly right.
And I'm going to try to do it correctly.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, it's more a real toe tap, real simple, in which he just do everything that he does, but he kind of get back, and then from there now you see that right there. Okay. Just to get him going and stay in the backside. And the thing with the leg kick is that if you use it to generate power, it's the wrong thing to do. But if you use it just for the timing part, just to create rhythm and stay in the backside, it's a good thing, because it creates a lot of, use of the lower half. And if you use your lower half, you have better chance that the hands work better.
Victor, thank you very much. I needed the help badly.
That sounds good.
And right on cue, Xander drops a base hit into right field after Dustin Pedroia had run his hitting streak to 11 in a row. And the Red Sox have something cooking here. First and second for David Ortiz. He singled in the first inning. Red Sox getting their second look at Norris, who fires the 0-1. And that one dropped into center field. Another base hit. Pedroia to third base. Butterfield will hold him as the throw comes in and it's cut. And the bases are loaded for Mookie Betts.
Now 3 straight hits for the Red Sox here very quickly off Norris to start off the third inning. And of course, it was Pedroia starting it off. Bogaerts going to the opposite field where he likes to go, and straight away center field for David Ortiz. Good charge put on by Romine in the outfield, and with nobody out, they're not going to take the chance of scoring, trying to score Pedroia.
So David Ortiz has hit safely in 7 in a row. Dustin Pedroia 11 in a row. Mookie Betts has an 8-game hitting streak. And Mookie will climb in again for the second time. He had a base hit in the first inning. And now they're all filled up with nobody out in a scoreless game in the third inning here in Detroit. And Norris in a world of trouble right now. And that'll miss for ball 1 on Mookie.
Yeah, tries a different pitch, goes to the curveball that time and missing down low.
Betts leading the majors in total bases. Multi-hit games and extra base hits, not to mention runs scored. The 1-0. Had to dance a bit, 2-0.
Well, if you're Mookie Betts right now, you look for nothing but fastball. You look for it in a certain zone, middle in, something you can pull, something you can drive out of the ballpark. He's throwing you 2 breaking balls. Bases are loaded. I mean, you can bet your house he's going to get a fastball right here. It's just a matter of where the location is. And I don't want to lose my house, so please throw a fastball.
Pedroia at third, Bogaerts at second, Ortiz at first, and the 2-0. In for a strike.
He did throw the fastball, but it's a little bit too high for Betts, and that's a good take. That's one that you pop up to the infield.
Betts with 22 RBIs in his last 19 games. Strike two.
Yeah, Mookie didn't like that call. You very seldom see him turn to an umpire, but that time he did. He thought that ball was up and away, but it did look like it had part of the strike zone.
Andy Ramirez on deck. Sox trying to break through quickly here in the third inning. Here's the 2-2. And a ground ball to the shortstop. Ibar to Kinsler. Got one on to first. They turn the double play as Pedroia comes in to score. No RBI there for Betts, but the Red Sox take a 1-0 lead.
Well, certainly that's a big break right there for the Detroit Tigers. Bases loaded, nobody out. And that's how you double up Mookie Betts. You know, you get a ground ball where one of the middle infielders moving toward the bag. That's really the only way you can double him up. And they got him by plenty at first base. The Red Sox do get one run out of it.
So here's Hanley. He's 0 for 1. Get into a fielder's choice to end the first inning. He is 5 out of 9 in the series. Coming back to the club after missing 3 games on bereavement leave. And he has Bogarts 90 feet away as he looks at a strike.
This will be a big 2-out base hit if Hanley could get one here to get that second run home. This is, as I mentioned, it looked like it might be a real big inning for the Red Sox.
Sox had a rare bases loaded hit in the series, but man, they have been few and far between. The 0-1. A rising fastball at 96.
Yeah, he overthrew that one. That's the hardest he's thrown the fastball so far tonight. 96, but way high out of the strike zone.
Now the inning began with so much promise. 3 consecutive singles. But now 2 down and the 1-1. Hanley came back to the club in a great frame of mind. Had a big smile on his face. Very happy to have rejoined the team. Downright bubbly in the Red Sox clubhouse. He likes it here in Detroit. 348 lifetime. 2-2.
And pretty much staying with the hard stuff to Ramirez. The last 3 pitches have been fastballs to him.
One nothing Boston here in the third. And the left-hander from Tennessee gets a sign from McCann.
He really wants that fastball inside, doesn't he? That's 5 times he put down one inside and 5 times shaken off. I don't know what Norris wants to throw. Let's see. Fastball inside. He's going to finally agree.
3-2. DraftKings is the official one-day fantasy baseball partner of the Red Sox. Experience the thrill of playing at DraftKings now. Play free daily using the promo code NESSON at DraftKings.com. Did have a 1 hour and 20-minute rain delay. So this one getting started late. The 3-2. He walks him. So it's been a long inning for Norris. 3 singles and a ball 4. He also walked Benintendi last inning. Jackie Bradley with an opportunity to do something as Rich Doobie pops out of their dugout. Their pitching coach headed to the hill.
Yeah, to get back to that little tape we had about Bogarts. Of course, Bogarts picking up a hit to the opposite field. And, you know, there's 2 sides of hitting. It's the physical side and the mental side. And what's happened this year with Xander, you know, last year the league watched him just pound the ball to the opposite field. They were pitching with fastballs away, and he was hitting ground balls through the right side, line drives to the right side. Well, that's changed this year, and it didn't change really till around the All-Star break when they started to pound him inside. So he hasn't had a lot of hits to the opposite field. He's had to think about that inside pitch. That's where he got himself into some bad habits, because he's the kind of guy that wants to go the other way. But what you've got to do is prove that you can clean out an inside fastball, that maybe they'll go back to pitching him the way that he would like them to pitch.
force him to come back the other way.
Exactly.
Well, he's 1 for 2 tonight. Runners at first and third after Hanley Ramirez just took ball 4. Red Sox have walked twice. You think of this Red Sox team as a team that doesn't walk all that much, but they are third in the American League in walks.
Yeah, they've got the very, very good patient hitters. You know, it's kind of crazy to say they're aggressive, but they swing at good pitches generally.
Jackie Bradley 0 for 1. He has tapped to second. So he's 1 for 3 in his career against Norris. 1-0 Sox here in the third. Red Sox have won 7 of their last 8 coming into play tonight. The 0-1 from the lefty. Broken back ground ball toward the hole. Kinsler down for it. Throws cross his body close and got him at first base. So that will retire the sign. John Farrell is out on the top step. He's holding him up for a moment, trying to get the umpire's attention. We have not gone to break just yet, and they are not going to challenge. 1-0 Red Sox. The game. TC, Tim Wakefield, and Steve Lyons will break it all down. You'll hear from Drew Pomerantz and John Farrell. Whatever, whenever, wherever. Who but W.B. Mason? Jerry Remy, Dave O'Brien, and Garrett Austin with you here from Detroit. Pomerantz, look at this. 16 pitches, 15 strikes. Got him 1, 2, 3 in the first inning and 6 pitches. James McCann, their catcher, hitting .207, but 9 home runs. Will lead things off here in the third. Red Sox ahead 1-0. And did you see how last night's game ended in Cleveland? Tyler Naquin with a walk-off home run, but it was an inside the park home run to stun Toronto.
You were talking about that, and I ride back to the hotel after the game. I mean, that's stunning, you know, just to see an inside the park home run, but a game winner.
They had tied the game on a home run that went over the fence. That kind of 1-2 punch had never happened in baseball history to end a ball game. This guy James McCann hit an inside the park home run right here in April. He's an unlikely source for an inside the parker. And there for a strike. Ty Cobb holds the franchise record for Detroit. 47 inside the park home runs.
Did they have a fence?
I don't think one year they didn't have a fence, because he had 9 in one season. That was 1909. And there's a deep drive into left field. Chasing back Benintendi. Forget it. It's gone. He does not hit for a high average, but he does have 10 home runs, and he's just tied the ball game. Number 10 for McCann.
Yeah, no doubt right there. Once contact was made by McCann, you knew this ball was going out of the ballpark. Fastball right down the middle. Very good balance on that swing, and he knows he got enough of it, even in this big ballpark.
So even up 1-1, that'll bring up Romine. A .217 batting average. Kinsler after him. Tigers with their second hit.
Got away with one right there. That was a changeup at 86 miles an hour, and it stayed upstairs in the strike zone, and fortunately was not hit hard in fair territory.
Chopper foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pomeranz faced the Tigers back on July 25th at Fenway and took a 4-2 loss, but he pitched very well. Solid outing, 6 innings, 4 hits, struck out 7. Gets Romine chasing down into the dirt. Holiday will throw him out for the K. 3rd strikeout for Drew Pomeranz as we toss it down to Garrett Austin.
Thanks, Obi. Well, Brian Holiday was drafted by the Tigers in 2010, and he was with the team until March. Now, Holiday said they were always a little extra amped up when playing your former team, but it's fun to come back and see some familiar faces. Holiday also told me that it's great having former Detroit teammates Rick Porcello and David Price on this team, and that it's really helped him get acclimated and get to know the other guys. Obi, back to you.
Behind the plate tonight, Yankee Garrett. It'll bring up Ian Kinsler, who's 0 for 1 with a fly to right.
Now, Kinsler made a very, very big defensive play to end last inning, because a run would have scored if he didn't get Jackie Bradley at first base. He made a terrific defensive play.
Bounding ball and scooped up by Hanley Ramirez on a nifty play, and that is out number 2. So Kinsler 0 for 2. But another spot where the Red Sox had an opportunity to do a lot of damage. They only get the 1 run with the bases loaded. It's almost gotten to the point where you turn your eyes away when the Red Sox have the bases loaded. That has been very frustrating for this ball club. 2 away for Ibar, who is 0 for 1 with a pop-up. Sox just 4 for their last 28 now with the bases loaded. It's such an odd occurrence for an excellent hitting ball club, the #1 hitting team in the majors.
Yeah, it really is. And, you know, we talk about it a lot. I mean, you ask any pitcher.
Popped up, third baseman Hill along with Bogarts, and Hill will make the play. And that will retire the side, but they get even on the home run by McCann. We're 1-1 in Detroit. Red Sox up here in the 4th inning in a 1-1 game in Detroit. Leadoff man is Aaron Hill. 0 for 1 with a fly to center. Benintendi, Holiday after him against Daniel Norris. That'll squirt underneath McCann, who just hit the home run to tie up the ball game at 1. Go back over the last 82 games for Hill. This includes the time before the trade, but he's hitting almost 300 with 8 home runs over that span of games. Only in the 220s now with the Red Sox since the deal. 2-1. Facing Norris, who is known to be a nonconformist. He lived for a while in his old VW van, even well after signing a big 7-figure bonus with Toronto. High pop up into left field. Not a whole lot of carry. Upton coming in on it. And one man is gone. His financial advisor actually put about $800 a month in his bank account for him to live on, and they invested the rest very conservatively. So he's got a ton of money in the bank.
Very smart. Very smart. And maybe he uses that van. Maybe he's a Grateful Dead fan and just goes to all the Dead concerts around.
He's got the right wheels for it. Here's Benintendi. He took ball 4 in the 2nd inning. And the 0-1. Foul tipped into the mid. Oh, we've seen Norris get up to 96 on the gun.
Yeah, that last pitch looked to be either a slider or a cut fastball at 90 miles an hour.
0-2, and down he goes. A swing and a miss on the high heat. Tomorrow at 5:30, don't miss the Ultimate Red Sox Show presented by AAA. Tom Candiotti discusses the first time he met Stephen Wright. Plus, Terry Francona says farewell to Big Papi in Cleveland. That's tomorrow at 5:30 only on NESN.
Very nice ceremony tonight, Dave, as you were talking about, for David Ortiz. Full house, just about a full house here in Detroit tonight, and got a very warm ovation from this crowd.
Yeah, Al Avila, the general manager, he was up on the big board giving a video message. He's going through a lot of David's accomplishments. He said, but we will not forget for a moment all of the damage you did against the Tigers. Nothing quite like that grand slam in the American League Championship Series in 2013, which turned that whole series around. Red Sox barely got a hit the first couple of games until Big Papi came up and torched that grand slam. They did not replay that on the board, we noticed, in the pregame ceremony.
Now they had Victor Martinez and Miguel Cabrera out giving him his gift.
David is piling up the framed photographs from one stop to another. Get a lot of those. Got another one tonight of his All-Star appearance when they had the All-Star game here at Comerica.
Well, the one thing good about David Ortiz and all the gifts he's getting, you know, he can put up a house if he has to. That's big enough to be able to put all that stuff in.
No question. No worries there. Bases empty, 2 down. The 3-1 drops in for a strike on Holiday. Dustin Pedroia on deck. Sox and the Tigers tied up 1-1 in the 4th inning. 3-2. Into left field for a base hit. So Holiday is on. He's 1 for 2. Some of the pregame you were talking about. Farewell to David Ortiz. He was grinning throughout. Miguel Cabrera did his in Spanish. 2005 All-Star Game appearance. And lots of hugs.
And a little dance.
Pedroia looking for his second hit tonight. He is on fire with the bat, an 11-game hitting streak. He's hitting about .440 during the streak. Red Sox strung together 3 consecutive singles in the 3rd inning, but only got 1 run despite loading up the bases against Norris. Flared foul.
Tried to go inside that time. Did go inside a little bit off the inside corner that time to Pedroia, but he had a good swing at it. The last pitch he hit for a base hit was a high fastball out over the plate that he took to the opposite field.
Holiday on at first base. Bogart's on deck. And Pedroia down to the count 0-2, and here it comes. Checked his swing, the appeal, and he went. Trip Gibson rings him up. Done that to a couple of batters. Pedroia's livid. He can't believe that call. 1 man left. Take a look at the swing. Pedroia was rung up on this.
I think he did go. He does not agree, and it's going to be interesting when he goes out to the field because he's going to look at the first base umpire, Gibson, and have a few words with him. I didn't go on that, he's saying. I didn't go on that. And Gibson says, yes, you did. And Pedroia just shakes his head. You got to be very careful in those situations when you go back out because you're still hot. And they'll take a lot more. The umpires will take a lot more from a veteran than they will from a young player.
No doubt. Gibson will be the home plate umpire on Sunday afternoon. Cabrera grounded out his first time up. It went 1-6-3 off a piece of Pomeranz's glove. Cabrera beat the Sox at Fenway in late July with a 9th inning home run off of Brad Ziegler. Remember that home run that went off the top of the fence and right. 2-1. Victor Martinez and J.D. Martinez will follow him. We're tied up 1-1, 4th inning. And Cabrera getting time from the home plate ump O'Nora. Cabrera, the all-time leader among Venezuelan-born players in home runs, RBIs, batting average, on-base percentage, slugging percentage, and total bases. He's still going to be around a while, too. Bounding ball to third. A stab by Hill. The spin. A high throw. And got him. Hanley holding the bag. Well done by Hill.
Yeah, nice play on both parts right there. First of all, Hill having to make a decision to back up on that ball and get the clean hop. The throw's a little bit high, but Hanley with some pretty good footwork over at first base. Boy, that ball really went down on Hill. In a case where he worked from the ground up, but then the ball got back down on him, and he made a very good play on a difficult hop.
And Hanley hauling in the toss, which was sailing a little bit. That ground ball was already past Hill. Here's Victor Martinez. He flied to left on one pitch in the second inning. Tigers with only 2 hits off Pomeranz to this point, but 1 over the fence by McCann. Victor 0 for 4 against the left-hander in his career, but he's hit safely in 19 of his last 24 at .333. Tuesday, August 30th is Xander Bogaerts bobblehead night at Fenway. The first 15,000 receive a Xander Bogaerts bobblehead courtesy of Old Dominion Freight Line. For tickets and more information, visit redsox.com/promos. One man out and a 1-2 to the switch hitter. Victor over 300 against lefties. The 2-2. Pedroia right there. He'll stab it. 2 down.
Yeah, Pomeranz, he's ready to go. I mean, he gets the ball, he gets on the rubber, and he just about gets into his set position, waiting for the hitter. And then when the hitter is ready, he takes a little step toward the plate and then releases the ball from that set position. Watch him just get set, wait for the hitter, a little step forward, and then the delivery. And that time the curveball hit right at Pedroia.
Curveball outside the zone to get Victor Martinez. JD Martinez goes after the first pitch and fouls it away. He's 1 for 1 with a single, which makes him 3 for 3 in his career against Pomeranz. But a guy who will strike out a lot. He swings for the fences and he finds them a lot. But last year he struck out 178 times, 4th most in the majors. Hot right now with the bat. And Drew trying to make it a 1-2-3. Pops it up. Ramirez looking for room, has plenty, and he's there to make the catch. He gets him in order, still tied 1-1. 9:30 for coverage of the WEEI Ness and Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon presented by Arbella Insurance Foundation. Arbella Insurance Foundation, here for the Jimmy Fund, here for good. Sox won and the Tigers won, bringing you the 5th inning from Detroit. Bogaerts tags that one into the alley. That's going to settle down and right up against the fence. Xander looking for his 2nd hit. He's going to get it, this time a double. And the Red Sox have a man at second base quickly here in the 5th.
Well, this is pretty tonight by Bogaerts. I mean, one to the opposite field. He gets the fastball inside and he cleans it out. They want to go inside with it. It's actually a slider, I'm sorry, inside part of the plate, and he cleans it out. Good head discipline right down on the baseball. Weight going forward, and a good solid contact for the 2-base hit.
In these last couple of nights, looking more and more like the guy who hit in 26 in a row in May.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of talked about it, didn't we? You know, in the pregame show, we felt like it was time for him to make a move, and it looks like he's getting ready to do that.
Brings up Big Papi, who has singled 2 times. David now hitting .320. And he's hit safely in 7 in a row. Last night, he homered for the 22nd time in Detroit. He has more homers here than any other ballpark outside the American League East. Off the end of the bat, he pops it up, but that'll twist foul out of play. Cold hard facts now brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. David Ortiz, 28 home runs, 95 RBIs, the only player in the majors with 30 or more homers and 100 or more RBIs each of the last 3 seasons.
Not the complete shift on David Ortiz with the left-handed pitching right now.
Nobody out. Bogaerts at second. And a high fly ball right field deep. Martinez back to the wall, and she is gone. Number 29 for David Ortiz in a ballpark he doesn't want to leave, but he leaves it a lot.
I'll tell you what, you leave that kind of pitch to David Ortiz and he is going to leave the ballpark. That was a bad breaking ball that stayed inside. Let's look at yesterday's. An inside fastball from Fulmer, cleans it out. Now watch today, a breaking ball that stays inside, cleans it out. Oh, that, I'm telling you, that's a pitch right there that Ortiz is going to hit out of the ballpark almost every time from a left-hander. That's not where he wants that pitch.
Mookie Betts looking at his strike. Speedway proud to be New England's first choice for value and convenience. For every Red Sox homer this season, Speedway donates to Boston Children's Hospital. And now in August, get 10 cents off per gallon of gas at Speedway when you make a qualifying $3 merchandise purchase.
By the way, that is the second career home run that he has off Norris. And you talk about jumping on a mistake. Boy, did Ortiz ever.
Hot shot to third. McGee brings that down and throws out Mookie Betts, who is now 1 for 3. He had a base hit in first inning. So 1,500 RBIs as a member of the Red Sox for Big Papi. That's a small group now. Only 3 Red Sox have done it. Carl Yastrzemski, Ted Williams, and David Ortiz.
And what 3 offensive names will come up at the end of David Ortiz's careers when he's finished? And I mean, who will you think about offensively for the Red Sox as the top 3? Ted Williams, Carl Yastrzemski, David Ortiz.
He's got 97 RBIs right now and 29 homers. And he's 3 for 3 tonight. And when he came out of the game last night, he wasn't feeling great. Some tightness in the neck there and in the high back area.
Yeah, at first we thought it might have been, you know, his Achilles, his foot, and something barking down there, but no, it was a little bit of a neck issue. But before he left the ballpark last night, he told Farrell he was okay and he'd be ready to go tonight. Well, was he ever?
Yeah, man of his word. Hanley 0 for 1. Red Sox ahead 3-1. As Ortiz strikes again in Detroit. 23 home runs here in this ballpark. Big cut and a miss by Hanley. Getting closer and closer to Jimmy Fox and then Mickey Mantle. The 2-2. Cut on and miss, strike 3. So 2 down for the Sox with 2 runs in. Sox fans, if you're looking for the best seats to the biggest games, check out the official Red Sox ticket resale marketplace, RedSoxReplay.com. The best place for season ticket holders to sell their tickets when they can't make it to the game.
You know, I say this many times, not all mistakes a hit for damage, but that one certainly was from Norris to Ortiz. A hanging curveball that stayed inside, and that's one thing you just don't want to do as a left-handed to David Ortiz or to any left-handed hitter, is leave a hanging breaking ball on the inside part of the plate.
It's a big ballpark, but it plays a little smaller for Big Papi, no question.
Yeah, the place to go deep here is certainly where David Ortiz did, down in right field.
Second home run here in as many nights. He may leave Detroit with 100 RBIs already this season. That's just amazing. After tonight, still 5 games to go on the road trip. And after tonight, 40 games left on the schedule. He is far from done. Messing around with Clay Buchholz. The 2-1 pitch. You know, this is a team, with Thursday's loss aside, that has a real good feeling about itself right now. You know that when you walk in to the clubhouse. It's a very festive feeling. Pretty tense after the Thursday game, but if the Red Sox win tonight, long way to go in this one, but if they win tonight, they're 5-1 on this road trip. But a lot to do yet. That is in there for strike 3. But David Ortiz strikes again. A 2-run blast, and the Sox have a 3-1 lead. Coverage on NESN Sports Today. Jerry will break down tonight's game, plus a report from Patriots camp. That's tonight after Red Sox coverage on NESN Sports Today, presented by People's United Bank. Well, the Sox have the lead 3-1. Heading to the last half of the 5th inning in Detroit. We did have a 1 hour, 20-minute delay If you're just joining us, expecting the game to be quite a bit later, David Ortiz has just slugged another home run, his 29th, number 532 in his career. Upton going up the middle. Pedroia with a dive, but can't get to it, so it'll be a base hit for a slumping hitter. He is 1 for 2 tonight.
Anytime you are in a slump the way Upton is, what you think about is up the middle of the opposite field. You know, you try to get away from pulling the ball, and that's exactly what Upton does. I mean, he gets a curveball right there, and he's not trying to pull it. See Pedroia go into the dive. He can't quite come up with it, but Upton has himself the base hit.
Brings up Casey McGee, who whiffed his first time. James McCann, who belted a home run in the 3rd inning, is on deck. Red Sox starting pitching has just been superb in the month of August. A 2.48 ERA this month. It's in 18 games. That leads the American League. You get good starting pitching, it makes all the difference. Red Sox 11-7 this month. The lefty's 1-1. A check swing. Pomeranz trying to put together back-to-back strong outings. He's done it so far tonight. Would love a double play ball here. The 2-1. Little looper instead into right field. That's going to dunk down for a base hit. So Upton will stop at second. Back-to-back singles for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's a little excuse me swing right there. You can see a little smile on the face of McGee at first base. I mean, that ball's not exactly crushed, but good location. Drops it in front of Mookie Betts. And they get the first and second situation with nobody out. It's called big swing and little action, you know, but the action ends up being good for him. A little slice.
McGee with a single, up into second base, and the batter McCann, he's already homered tonight, his 10th of the season in the 3rd. Started the evening hitting just 207. Ground ball to short, down on his knees. Bogarts to second one. Pedroia on to first two. The Red Sox turn to double play. Upton into third base, but with 2 gone.
Oh, it's not a nice play by Bogarts. I mean, you know, it was that kind of ground ball. It had a lot of spin on it. So what does he do? He goes down almost to his knees to make sure, and then the quick release to Pedroia. Now, if you're a second baseman, you'd rather have that throw down low than up high. Because from that position down low, you can just, you know, side on that ball at first base and make that runner get down. But a very nice play to start with by Xander Bogaerts.
Also has 2 hits tonight, a runner at third base, but 2 away for Romine, the number 9 hitter. He takes a strike. Pomeranz punched him out in the 3rd, so he's 0 for 1. And Pomeranz can get out of this inning without allowing a run after giving up back-to-back singles. He'll be in very good shape here in the middle innings. The 0-1. Chop toward Pedroia. Charging it. Flips it. Got him. Pomeranz gets out of it despite the 2 hits. Still 3-1 Boston. We were away. The rain started to fall again, and even though it is not absolutely pouring, they've decided to tarp the field. We understand on the radar a system has moved in, not a gigantic one, and we're being told that maybe it won't last all that long, but it is going to be intense. And so with the rain falling right now, we are in our second delay tonight. The first was before the game ever started, of 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Well, Dave, let's hope it's a quick one, because the Red Sox have a starting pitcher going in this game that's pitching very well in Pomeranz. And, you know, the longer you have to sit in a rain delay, the less of a chance there is of him coming out, back out of here. So you hope it's a very quick hitter and gets out of the city of Detroit.
What's your best guess? What's the longest a pitcher should be sitting before you say, well, no, I can't bring it back?
Yeah, that's a tough one, and it's an individual call between a manager and that pitcher. You know, I mean, if you're talking about an hour, you know, that's something that obviously you've got to consider. The fact that, you know, maybe he can't come back out. If it's less than that, I'm sure that, you know, he would be able to do that. But it's kind of an individual thing between the pitcher, the pitching coach, and the manager, whether it is wise to send him back out there again. So, you know, the way he's dealing tonight with his fastball and curveball, which is basically two pitches he's been using, has been very effective. He's throwing strikes. He's getting ahead in the count early. So you hope this one just hits hard, hits quickly, and gets out of here, and he can get back out to the mound, because some of the problems the Red Sox have been in the bullpen, and they don't want to get to the bullpen at this stage of the ballgame.
And, you know, he is making very quick outs. He's getting rid of them very quickly. His first inning, it was just 6 pitches, and he got 3 outs, 7 pitches to get the first 4 batters of the game. This is really a pattern that we have seen going back to his last start in Cleveland that started this road trip. Very fast outs.
Well, when you have a reputation of getting ahead of hitters, and I'm sure they watched video from the last game against the Orioles that he pitched, or was it the Indians?
Cleveland, yeah.
The Indians that he pitched. You know, you watch video of that and you see a guy throwing strike after strike first pitch. So what do? You come out, you be very aggressive against him. He's doing that again tonight. The Tigers are being a very aggressive ball club against him, but he's getting quick outs.
David Ortiz with a home run. He's done it again here in Detroit for the 23rd time in his outstanding career against the Tigers. Big Papi with his second home run in as many nights here. And the Red Sox with a 3-1 lead, and now that rain has really begun to pick up. So David's heading for cover just like everybody else.
Yeah, well, you know, I'll tell you what, that breaking ball that he got was a complete hanger. And, you know, as I've said many times, those hangers don't always get hit for home runs or even base hits, but that one did, and it was certainly a mistake by Norris, and David just launched it.
Well, I think that forecast was pretty darn accurate, that the skies were going to open up and it was going to hit hard, because it's doing that right now. So we're going to throw it back to the studio where Tom Caron is standing by. It is, of course, an official game. So if it does not move out as quickly as they think it might and play does not resume, the Red Sox would have another victory on this road trip. They've already had one shortened by rain. That was in Baltimore the other night. They had an 8-1 lead in that one when the rains came, and it was adios. So TC, we hope to have more baseball tonight. Right now the Red Sox in a rain delay on top in Detroit 3-1. Lesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Transparency, low fares, nothing to hide. BuyAToyota.com, Toyota's website for deals. Sullivan Tire and Complete Auto Service. And by your New England Audi dealers. We're getting set to replay or get back to baseball here as the Red Sox take on the Detroit Tigers in the top half of the 6th inning. 3-1 have the lead here, and there are obviously going to be some pitching changes because Drew Pomeranz will not continue and Daniel Norris will not continue. So both of the starting pitchers will be replaced by bullpen guys. We do know that the forecast for the rest of this evening has improved dramatically, and we do not expect any more delays. We've already had a couple tonight as we give you our game summary brought to you by Xfinity. Red Sox getting on the board in the 3rd inning on the double play grounder that drove in Dustin Pedroia, and that made it 1-0 Boston. The Sox would get 2 more in the 5th inning after the double by Xander Bogaerts and a home run by David Ortiz. There was a home run in between by James McCann. And then Big Papi striking for the 29th time this season, driving in 2 runs with this high deep drive to right field. Certainly loves this ballpark. The 23rd time he's homered here at Comerica Park in Detroit. Look at our Xfinity game summary. Pomeranz goes 5. He can win it if the bullpen can hang on here. Ortiz is 3 for 3. Norris went 5. He gave up 8 hits and 3 earned. And McCann with their only run on the solo shot.
Yeah, what a shame for Pomeranz too that the rain did come, because he had very good stuff tonight. His fastball and curveball was excellent in this ball game.
So they're going to bring on Wilson, the right-hander, who has appeared in 45 games, an ERA right at 3. Good stuff. Just a .267 batting average against Alex Wilson. And for the Red Sox, it's going to be Heath Hembree. He'll be the man to take over. He threw a perfect 8th inning in last night's win here at Detroit. That was his first appearance at the big league level since being promoted from AAA on the 15th of August. But Pomeranz was awfully good. It's a shame he could not continue. 51 pitches, 39 strikes, Jerry.
Yeah, he was continuously getting ahead of these Tiger hitters, and what the Tiger hitters doing, they were cooperating. They were swinging at a lot of 1st and 2nd pitches against Pomeranz and not getting much done with it. Pomeranz tonight had the good fastball and a very good curveball working for him in this ball game. Fastball elevated right there to get a strikeout. Then he goes to that curveball to pick up a strikeout. And another breaking ball right there to get a strikeout on Romine. So very good stuff, especially good curveball that he kept consistently down in the zone tonight. But that night is over for him.
Departing with a 3-1 lead, Aaron Hill will lead off here as we go to the 6th inning. And the first pitch in there for a strike, and we are underway again. This rain delay lasted 1 hour and 11 minutes. The one preceding the game went 1 hour and 20. Hill tonight has flied to center and flied out to left. At times the rain was very, very hard. And then it would slow up for about 10 minutes and then come back again. The wind is briskly out to left as that one is floated to left center field, and Romine will make the catch. And so Hill has flied out 3 times tonight. Benintendi will be next. Follow Red Sox baseball live with the MLB.com at Bat app. Stay up to the moment with game day, live game video, and more. Download MLB.com at Bat, the #1 app for live baseball, on your smartphone and tablet today. Benintendi with a walk and a strikeout so far tonight. Holiday, the catcher, on deck. Thus far, David Ortiz is 3 for 3. Xander Bogaerts is 2 for 3 with a double. Dustin Pedroia has extended his hitting streak to 11 in a row. And once again, the Red Sox got excellent starting pitching. That has been the trend all through the month of August. The 1-1. And a rookie cuts and misses. Foul tipped it into the mid.
That's interesting. I've been watching the third baseman when Benintendi comes to the plate, and they all play him in close. And by his own admission, he doesn't like to bunt.
No. Hardly bunted at all through the minor leagues. 1-2. Check swing foul. At the moment, he's hitting .321, looking for that first home run. Holiday up next, one man away. Toronto did hang on to beat Cleveland, so they remain in first place. They got off to a big early lead and then had to hang on 6-5. The Orioles lost again. Well, they're starting to head south. Baltimore's lost 7 out of their last 10. Here's the 2-2 to Benintendi. And he will take that one inside. That missed for ball 3.
That two-seamer that he tried to bring back to the inside corner didn't miss by very much. Good eye by Benintendi.
So at the moment, the Red Sox are 1 game back, but if they win this ball game, they'll go back to a half game behind Toronto. And the 3-2, that one is in there for strike 3, caught the corner. So Benintendi strikes out for the second time.
Yeah, completely fooled. You know, you start thinking about the pitch inside because he came inside before, and then he buzzes the outside corner with a perfect pitch that time to catch him looking. It gets you set up where you're thinking about certain locations, inside, then you go away, and you just can't pull the trigger.
Ryan Holiday is 1 for 2, a single and a pop to second. He'll look at a ball downstairs. Now tomorrow this series will wrap up, and the pitching duel will be Rodriguez for the Red Sox and Verlander for Detroit. He's 12-7. Eduardo coming off that shortened outing in Baltimore where he was spectacular. He had no hit stuff when he had to step aside because of a hamstring issue. That has not lingered.
And Verlander, the last time we saw him at Fenway Park, he looked like Justin Verlander.
Yeah, sure did. 12 wins for him. Chop foul by Holiday. Verlander, not a guy who throws consistently 97, 98, 99 anymore. Can still get it up there to 96 when he needs it.
Yeah, he seems to be one of those guys now that saves that for when he really needs it, and especially toward the end of his outing.
But he still has it. The 1-2 evens the count on Holiday. Dustin Pedroia, hoping to hit in the inning, is on deck. Red Sox ahead 3-1. Back to playing baseball after the second rain delay here in Detroit. And the 2-2. High bounder, but a foul ball. Stay tuned for Red Sox Final, presented by Plain Ridge Park Casino. Believe it or not, TC Tim Wakefield and Steve Lyons will have an update on the AL East and preview Rodriguez' start tomorrow. It may be quite late when they get on again, but they're going to get on again.
It will be quite late. It's quite late already.
Holiday looking for his second hit. Here's the 2-2 home. And he strikes out. So the Red Sox go 1-2-3 as we resume play. We head for the last half of the 6th inning. Boston ahead 3-1. Hembry coming on. Why the Boston Red Sox and the rest of America run on Dunkin', because Dunkin' iced coffee is consistently smooth and delicious. Dunkin' Donuts coffee, the #1 coffee in New England. The Boston Red Sox run on Dunkin'. Sox up 3-1, and Heath Hembree out of the bullpen. This call to the pen brought to you by Kia. And he takes over for Pomerantz, who went 5, giving up 1 run, 2 hits. He struck out 3, had excellent stuff again tonight. And he can win it, but that is up to the bullpen.
Now the mixing and matching begins here in the 6th inning. They get the right-handed Kinsler leading off, switch hitter Rybar, then Cabrera, so they go to Hembree first there in the 6th.
And tonight we may see Robbie Ross and Matt Barnes and perhaps Craig Kimbrell. But a lot of baseball left tonight. Bottom of the 6th inning. Kinsler is 0 for 2. He's flied out to right and tapped to first. And takes a strike at 94.
Kinsler couldn't believe it. He took a quick look back at Onora behind the plate. Said, where is that pitch? And right on the inside corner.
Well, 10 after 11 here in Detroit. 2 rain delays, a long night already for everyone concerned. So you wonder if that plate will open up a little bit. I would think not, however, because the umpires are graded and pretty severely. A high pop into right field. Mookie Betts right there. 1 away.
No, I agree with you, Dave. You know, in situation, it's still a baseball game, and it's still a very close game, and they're going to do their jobs.
Yeah, an important game at that. Red Sox season ticket holders experience the best seats, price, and benefits that Fenway has to offer, including potential postseason opportunities. For information on becoming a season ticket holder, call 877 Red Sox 9 today. Here's Ibar. He's popped up on 2 occasions, once in the 1st, once in the 3rd. He was a quick out against Pomerantz, who had a lot of them. And this is another pretty good lineup that the left-hander Pomerantz sailed through at times. He only made the 1 mistake to McCann.
Now the last 2 outings, as you mentioned, very, very encouraging for Pomerantz.
Against Cleveland and Detroit. Punch to Pedroia. And he throws him out. 2 up and 2 down. Next in will be Cabrera. Miguel Cabrera with a ground ball off the pitcher's glove in the 1st inning to roll to short, and Bogaerts completed that. And he grounded out to 3rd in the 4th inning. He has hit 11 home runs in his career at about 200 at bats against the Red Sox. Who's thinking about it right there?
97 miles an hour from Heath Hembree.
Activity in the bullpen for the Tigers as they're going to get Kyle Ryan going, so both teams are going to piece it together out of the pen the rest of the way. 96 there. Would have been a called strike anyway, probably, in the count 0-2.
Yeah, it almost looks like the velocity from Hembree is fooling Cabrera a little bit.
Bases empty, 2 away. High fly ball into left field. Benintendi there, though. 1, 2, 3 they go. And at the end of 6 finally. 3-1 Red Sox. Tomorrow night at 9, catch the encore presentation of this week's episode of Dining Playbook. Dining Playbook and Nesson, driven by New England Chevy dealers. Underway here in the 7th. Red Sox ahead 3-1. Jerry Remy and Dave O'Brien.
Still here.
Still here. We had a slice of pizza during the rain delay. Garen Austin with us as well. I don't think the pizza made it down to Garen. And I'm not ashamed to say we devoured it very quickly.
Yeah, it's the first pizza I've had since back in November. But
I believe it, yeah.
I had to have it.
With your diet?
Yeah, I had to have it.
Had to. 2 hours, 31 minutes worth of rain delays tonight, filed back by Pedroia, who's gone 1 for 3. So you were doing the halvesies before. You know, you'd go 50% on your portions.
Yeah, now I've cut back a little bit on what I'm eating. I have a different style of eating now. A little bit more fish, chicken, less potatoes, less bread, hardly no bread at all. So I've changed my diet.
Up the middle goes Pedroia. Ibar will throw a close play, and he'll get him at first base. Karen, what were we up to during the rain delay?
Well, I was actually enjoying it with the grounds crew. I was sitting with them in the dugout, and they were playing the Olympics on the big screen, so we're actually watching diving. But I'm kind of disappointed the pizza did not make it down to me. I was actually thinking it sounded pretty good about right now.
Yeah, I think if you had said something, believe me, we would have found a way.
I don't know, though. I would have had to share it with the entire grounds crew, and I think they're pretty deserving, so you would have had to send a couple pizzas down for us.
Yeah, more than that, one than probably a whole pie. Xander Bogaerts is 2 for 3, a single, a double, and he's grounded out tonight. He's also scored a run. He was aboard when Ortiz slammed a home run in the 5th inning. Big Poppy with number 29. David on deck. David tonight, 1,500 RBIs with that 2-run homer as a member of the Red Sox. Joining Carl Yastrzemski and Ted Williams as the only 3 Red Sox to achieve that. He had a little conversation there with Chili Davis.
Yeah, Chili called him back to the dugout, probably to alert him something about Wilson. Or if he faces him, there's a left-hander warming up in the bullpen.
One man out in the 0-2 to Bogaerts. They appeal again, but no, says Trip Gibson, who has been a tough guy tonight because he's rung a couple of players up, including Dustin Pedroia.
Now watch Bogaerts after the swing, how he bangs the bat. That means that he did it right. You know, when he does that, he knows he checked his swing.
Red Sox 3, Tigers 1. And a 1-2. Tried to check again an appeal, and no, says Gibson.
And they're just going to keep trying until they get one right. Back inside with the fastball this time, not even close to being a swing.
Xander, 2 hits last night, 2 more tonight. Looks like he's out of that skid. Shatters his bat, and it's popped up. Boy, the big end of that bat, as Kinsler makes the play, rolled into shallow left field as he snapped it off. And there are 2 down.
Came back with the fastball up and in that time to Bogaerts and really just sawed him right off. Bogaerts thinking about going to the opposite field, but doesn't get a pitch to do it with.
Left with a piece of kindling at home plate. So 2 away. David Ortiz now the shift on for him. A single in the 1st, a single in the 3rd, a 2-run homer in the 5th. And his magical final season continues. David now has 60 RBIs in 58 games in this ballpark. And hitting over 330 here. And some of his longest home runs have been right here at Comerica, the 1-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Betts next.
Yeah, they are sick of getting beaten inside by Ortiz. The first 3 pitches way to the outside part of the plate. See where McCann sets up here. He wants a breaking ball, but he wants it away.
Would not go after it. 3-1. Will he come inside to him here?
I don't think so. You try to get it, probably go with a fastball, but to the outside part of the plate.
Cabrera behind first base and really hugging that line. Here comes the 3-1. Little rattler there on the infield, and that's going to get him for the first time tonight. Ortiz makes it out. Red Sox go 1-2-3 in the 7th. Southwest Airlines transparency. Low fares, nothing to hide. Ready for the last half of the 7th inning. Red Sox leading 3-1. Hembree into his 2nd frame. Looked very sharp coming out of the pen in the 6th. They got him in order. Kinsler, Ibar, and Cabrera. And now it'll be Victor Martinez, J.D. Martinez, and Justin Upton scheduled to hit. 3 runs on 8 hits for the Red Sox. 1 run, only 4 hits for Detroit. Tigers have lost 9 of their last 12 games. Victor at 37, still a very productive hitter. Started the night hitting right at 300. He's 0 for 2. And he's hit 22 home runs. Hembree with the 0-1. Hit toward right. Pedroia with a backhand, throwing on to get him. So the shift paying off there for a fast out.
Boy, how the shift takes so many hits away. I mean, that ball off contact looked like a base hit. Then you look up and Pedroia is going to his right to make the play that, fortunately for him, bounced on the dirt. Now, if that ball bounces on the grass, as wet as that is out there, that may skip by him. But it hit on the dirt pot, and that slowed it up a little bit.
So it's Ross and Ziegler throwing in the bullpen side by side for Boston. High fly ball by J.D. Martinez, and this one is not coming back. Way out of here. That makes it a 1-run game. Man, he's got some sock. Makes it 3-2 Red Sox.
Yeah, this guy can use the whole field. We saw him opposite field. We see him pull the ball this time. His 2nd hit of the night. 11-game hitting streak. Gets that breaking ball, a fastball on the inside part of the plate, and just cleans it out.
His 18th, which sounded gone. He hit that one in time up onto that concourse level. And that'll do it for Heath Hembree. Out he comes with Upton coming up. Heath not happy with himself on that one. 3-2. Sox up by 1 now. Has the best seats at the lowest prices from bleachers to boxes. Visit aceticket.com or call 1-800-MY-SEATS. So Hembree exits after giving up the long home run to Martinez. Got the first 4 men pretty quickly, but Martinez took him way out. And so now John Farrell will make another maneuver here and bring on Brad Ziegler. He was charged with a blown save the other day here. That awful game on Thursday. He also appeared in his 50th game of the year on Tuesday in Baltimore. 8 straight years with 50+ appearances for Brad.
It's interesting, you know, this inning started. Hembree got it the first out. They had 2 guys loosening up, Ziegler and Ross. Now Ziegler gets the call because of the right-hander right now, and it's all set up, you know, for that combination to get out of this inning, and then Barnes in the 8th and Kimbrel in the 9th if it gets that far.
But now 1-run game. Upton 1 for 2, came in slumping horribly with only 1 hit and 31 at bats. He is 3 for 7 against Ziegler though. And the Submariner with the 1-0. Casey McGee on deck. The 2-0. Big wave and a miss. He just gave Upton a few days off to collect his thoughts. What they called a mental health break. Very similar to what the Pirates just did with Andrew McCutchen. He's been tearing the cover off the ball since he came back. Fouled at the plate, 2-2. John Farrell hoping to pick up a win tonight and go to 5-1 on the road trip. It's going to take some serious work from the bullpen to make that happen tonight. The 2-2. Cut on and missed, and down he goes. 2 down.
A big strikeout there on a sinking fastball to Upton. Upton striking out twice tonight. That's 142 times on the season. Good location down in the strike zone, outside part of the plate.
He'll take on McGee next. He has struck out and singled, but he's hit safely in 9 of the 14 games since they promoted him from the minors. He'll take ball 1. Oh for 4 against the right-hander. High chopper toward the middle. Bogaerts picks it and gets him. Good work by Ziegler coming out of the pen. They get a run though. Now it's 3-2 as we go to the 8th. Ducks baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Transparency, low fares, and nothing to hide. Kind of a smoky moon up there. With all the weather we've had in the Detroit area tonight. 2 separate rain delays. That's why we're only in the 8th inning. Tigers are going to bring on Shane Green, who's been tough on right-handers. They're hitting only 200 off him. And Mookie Betts in. Red Sox ahead 3-2. Mookie's gone 1 for 3 with a base hit. Matt Barnes loosening in the pen. And the 1-0. Popped him up. Cabrera and Kinsler on that side, and Cabrera will take it. So Mookie is 1 for 4. Last week, Liverpool opened their Premier League campaign with an exciting 4-3 victory over Arsenal. Tune in Monday afternoon at 2 as they look to keep that momentum going. And Ramirez will step in next. He has gone 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. Red hot the previous 6 games, 12 for 23, including 3 hits and 4 RBIs last night. He takes strike 1. Toronto beat Cleveland 6-5, so the Red Sox are going to have to win this game to remain a half game behind the Blue Jays in the division race. And the 0-1. 2 strikes on Hanley.
That's pretty nasty slider right there by Green. I mean, he took a little bit off that time and got Hanley to chase a pitch that was well out of the strike zone. Starts it outside and finishes way outside.
Jackie Bradley on deck. He's hitless so far tonight. And the 0-2. Moved it back. 94 on the gun. Tomorrow afternoon is going to be here before we know it. At 1:10, it'll be Eduardo Rodriguez against Justin Verlander. After that game, the Red Sox head for Tampa Bay in 4 games against the Rays before they finally get back home to Red Sox will return to Boston on the 26th of August for the last homestand of August, last games of the month against Kansas City and Tampa Bay again. We're going to see a lot of the Rays. Where's Kansas City, the reigning world champs? Had a very up and down year. Lately they've been up.
Trying to get Haley to chase that same slider he did earlier in this at bat, but that time not tempting for Ramirez. And runs the count to 3-2.
And he was 16 homers, 76 runs batted in. Got a 100 RBI season within range now. And the 3-2 pitch from Green. He struck him out. 2 men away.
Yeah, with the exception of wasting one fastball inside when he had 2 strikes on Hanley, just about everything else in that bat away. Away and off the outside part of the plate. Once again, that breaking ball.
See why he's so tough against righties, against right-hand hitters. Jackie Bradley is grounded out twice to second. He's also been called out on strikes. He's homered in 4 of his last 6 games. Looking at a strike here. Red Sox leading 3-2 in the 8th. Big night for the Boston bullpen. Lash foul out of play. CBS Health is a proud supporter of Stand Up to Cancer. We invite you to share your hashtag reasons to stand up by posting a photo or video of why you stand up to cancer and tag at CBS in action. And the 0-2 pitch. This is really going to have to be a night where the Red Sox bullpen shows up big time. Brad Ziegler's already done good work coming out of that pen. Man, the 1-2 just missed. Good take from Jackie.
Yeah, tough pitch to stay off. Looks like a strike, and right at the last minute you get that break. That comes inside around your hands.
Here's Green with a 2-2. He bounced it up there. The last 11 Red Sox have been set down following the 2-run homer by Big Papi in the 5th inning. David with number 29 at the time made it a 3-1 Red Sox lead. Now 3-2. Home runs have really factored in this one. The Tigers have hit a couple. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. And down he goes, strike 3. So the Red Sox go quietly again here in the 8th inning. Still 3-2 Boston. Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by DCU. TC Tim Wakefield and Steve Lyons will preview Eduardo Rodriguez's start against Detroit. DCU is Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you? Bottom of the 8th on the way. Red Sox trying to protect a 1-run lead. 3-2 over Detroit. And the new pitcher is Matt Barnes, coming on at 3-3 with a .354 earned run average. He went 2 1/3 with 1 hit and 2 earned runs with a walk on Tuesday night at Baltimore. He tossed the 5th and 6th innings and started the 7th.
Well, here's an opportunity. I mean, the Red Sox desperately looking for an 8th inning guy with a lead. Barnes is going to get that chance. Can he take advantage of it?
James McCann to start the inning. He belted a home run in the 3rd. He's also hit into a 6-4-3 double play. And he will take ball 1. Collins has now come to the on deck area, and he would hit for Romine. And then Kinsler. Sox have 8 hits. The Tigers have 5. And a 1-0. A strike. Embry was the first man to pitch after the 2nd rain delay ended. Then Ziegler, and now Barnes. Red Sox would love to get the game to Kimbrel. Come the 9th inning. Still in front. That one pops off the mitt of Holiday. They have Justin Wilson going in the Tiger pen. They've already used Alex Wilson. Red Sox trying tonight to get to 16 over 500 for the first time this season. 2-2.
Shook off the curveball, wants the fastball away.
Just missed with that one. They did appeal on the check swing. Gibson says no swing. So now 3 balls, 2 strikes on McCann.
And the pitch didn't miss by very much. Fastball to the outside part of the plate. No swing. That's a good call by the first base umpire.
So a full count on McCann. A 1-run game. He's the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 8th. And pop foul out of play. McCann with that home run in the 3rd inning. His 10th. But not a lot of hits with his .209 batting average. And Barnes trying to put him away. And McCann really taking his time getting back in the batter's box. So finally the 3-2 again.
Another fastball.
And he walks him. So here in the 8th inning, Barnes taking over. He walks the first man. Have you heard of Nesson's new automotive website? Give it a visit at NessonFuel.com. You can find everything you're looking for in the world of auto racing, car culture, and automotive lifestyle. Presley will come on to run. He will run for McCann. And Collins is being introduced as the pinch hitter to hit for Romine.
Now let's see if they've got anything up their sleeve here, whether it be a sacrifice bunt. The Red Sox will be pulled in for that possibility. A straight out steal or a hit and run.
Barnes walking McCann is the first free pass issued by the Red Sox pitching staff tonight. It comes in the bottom of the 8th. Not a great time to do it. Collins just a .218 hitter with 4 home runs. Third baseman Hill creeping in, not indicating bunt, and takes a strike at 98.
In a good spot, down and away to the outside part of the plate. Back in for another set of signs.
Kinsler on deck. Red Sox up 3-2. And Barnes will throw on to first base and back in Presley. Sox will have the bottom third of the order due up when we go to the 9th inning, and that would be Hill, Benintendi, and Holiday. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Right through it. And a count 0-2.
Yeah, once again a fastball at 97 miles an hour. These situations, to me, late in ball games, I mean, you get best beat. If you're going to get beat on your best pitch. And to me, the best pitch for Barnes is his fastball.
Looking for another swing and miss right here. Here comes the 0-2. And he gets it, elevating the heater, and he strikes out Collins, the pinch hitter.
That's exactly what they wanted to do. They wanted to go upstairs with the fastball. I think they wanted up and away. It stays up and in, but just as effective. You can see Holiday reach across the plate. That was supposed to be away, but they got the good result anyway.
One gone. Kinsler now. He's gone 0 for 3. 2 flyouts to right and a ground ball to first. 4-time All-Star. Very good power with 22 home runs. Into the dirt, scooped up nicely by Holiday. That keeps the runner at first base.
Oh, is that a big play there by Holiday? Backhands that fastball that's down in the dirt and keeps the runner at first base. That could have very easily had the tying run in scoring position.
Kinsler's had a fine career since Dustin Pedroia kicked him off the diamond at Arizona State and forced him to transfer to Missouri. Line foul out of play, and it's 1-1.
Snapped off the curveball that time. Not a real good one. It's one that stayed up in the zone, but fortunately fouled off down that right field line.
K-Rod is up along with Wilson, the left-hander, in the Tiger bullpen. So the wheels are turning here late in Detroit. Barnes with a 1-1. He left it up top. Didn't miss by much if it did miss.
No, that's not a bad pitch at all. Looks like I got the top of the strike zone. 2-1 count, kind of an action count here. Look for possible hit and run. Look for possible steal.
Ibar on deck. A 3-2 Boston lead here in the last half of the 8th inning. And it's turned into another tense one here in Detroit. Here's the 2-1 pitch not to be made, and again scooting back in is Presley.
You can get a big lead off Matt Barnes at first base because he's tall, he's lanky. It takes him a long time to make that spin to first base. He got velocity on his throw over there, but it takes him a while to get all turned around to make that throw. Presley getting back with no problem.
Matt's 6'4". Long set, here it comes. And he missed with another one. So now the count 3-1. When nothing comes easy in the 8th inning, does it? Kimbrel now throwing in a pen. He's already walked one man in this inning. Kinsler with home run seasons of 31, 32, maybe 30 again this year.
That's ball 4, Ian.
Can take his base. Second walk issued by Barnes. And that'll put runners at first and second for Ibar. He's gone 0 for 3 in this one. He has popped up twice and grounded out to second. Does have a home run against Barnes in his career. And after him, Cabrera. So the tying run is at second base for the Tigers. They lead at first and second with Ibar, the hitter. And a high pop up into shallow left. Bogart's out, coming on Benintendi, and Xander will make the play in fair territory. He caught that fair. The runners will hold at first and second, and now there are 2 down for Cabrera.
Well, let's see if John Farrell goes to Kimbrel to try to get 4 outs in this ball game. He's ready.
And here comes John Farrell. He'll make the move right now. So it'll fall on the shoulders of Craig Kimbrel tonight to get 4 outs. After Barnes walked a couple, that 8th inning is still an issue. And we'll take the break here with the Red Sox in front 3-2 in Detroit. And scientists are working together on therapies of the future today, from developing new treatments to delivering leading compassionate care. Learn more at bidmc.org/cancer center. Barnes walked the leadoff man, the number 8 hitter in their lineup. Then he struck out the next guy, and then he walked Kinsler. He popped up Ibar. He leaves behind first and second, a tying run at second base, and gives way to Kimbrel.
Yeah, you know, you have the 8th inning and you don't have a hit given up, but you have 2 base runners out there because of base on ball. And now Kimbrel has to try to get 4 outs in this ball game, and a big one right here with Cabrera.
So far, the Red Sox have kept him off the bases. Cabrera's 0 for 3. Kimbrel did pitch a perfect 9th inning on Tuesday night at Baltimore for save number 21. As runners on at first and second, both on ball 4. Well, nothing good ever comes of a leadoff walk, but we'll see if Kimbrel can get Cabrera. Red Sox up 3-2. Last half of the 8th inning. And a swing and a miss on the first heater for strike 1.
Yeah, and if you're a middle infielder, whether you be Bogaerts or you be Pedroia, you've got to play deep, because any kind of ground ball you've got to be able to try to knock down. Same for any infielder. You've got to get dirty, get down, and try to knock it down to keep that run from scoring.
The 0-1 to Cabrera. Line in a left, Benintendi there and makes the play. Kimbrel comes on and gets Cabrera and strands 2 as we go to the 9th. Sox up by 1. First pitch presented by Joseph Abboud, available at Men's Warehouse. TC, Tim Wakefield, and Steve Lyons look back at David Ortiz's best moments here at Comerica Park. Yeah, another one tonight with a 2-run homer. And the Red Sox still have a 1-run lead as we go to the 9th inning. A couple of changes. Tyler Collins stays in the game to play center field. Jared Saltalamacchia, the new catcher. And Wilson, a left-hander. He tossed a scoreless 8th inning on Thursday to get the win against the Red Sox. Facing Aaron Hill here, who's gone 0 for 3 with 3 fly ball outs. And it's Benintendi and Holiday. Red Sox trying to win their 8th out of the last 9. And the 1-1. Hill has always had good power. Kimbrel could certainly benefit from a little more of a cushion.
And the good thing for Kimbrel is didn't have to throw a lot of pitches in that 8th inning to get the out. Ball was hit very hard by Cabrera, but right at Benintendi.
Yeah, now Cabrera's out of the way for the 9th. Across for a called strike. However, some very good hitters are due up. Victor Martinez and J.D. Martinez. J.D. has already homered. He's hit a couple in this series. So stay right where you are. If you can stay up with us a little bit longer. Here's the 2-2. Cut on and missed by Hill. He's retired for the 4th time. So one away in the Boston 9th. Benintendi next. He's walked and struck out twice. After tonight, the Red Sox have exactly 40 games to play, and 24 of those are going to be on the road. Right now, in the midst of the most important road trip in a couple of years. And it's going very well to this point, with the exception of an awful loss on Thursday. Red Sox are 4-1 on the trip.
You think back of this game, Dave, and look back in the 3rd inning when the Red Sox had the bases loaded. They got the double play against Mookie Betts. 1 run did score, but that was an opportunity to really open up this game for the Red Sox in the 3rd inning, early in the ball game.
Yeah, 3 consecutive singles to load the bases, but then the double play. Unusual to see Mookie Betts get doubled up. Did bring in a run, but that was the only run the Red Sox got in that inning. David Ortiz cranked a 2-run homer in the 5th. The Red Sox, since that 2-run homer, as Benintendi will take a seat, he strikes out for the 3rd time. Since that home run in the 5th, the Red Sox have not had a base runner.
No. And a lot of strikeouts. Those were 3 nasty pitches to Benintendi right there.
There's 14 consecutive Red Sox retired by the Tiger pitching staff. So Holiday will try and break that up. He's 1 for 3 with a single. 3-2 Boston. We are in the 9th. We wondered if we would even get here a couple of times tonight because of the rain delays. Hour and 20 minutes before the game could start. An hour and 11 in the middle of the game. But here we are. Pedroia on deck. And a 1-0. Golfed foul out of play. Their starter Norris went 6. He gave up 3 runs. So if it ends 3-2, he takes the loss. Pomerantz went 5. He gave up 1 run on 2 hits. He can still win it. He went long enough. The rain delay got Drew. He had really good stuff again. Very impressive. Here's the 1-1. Popped up. Ibar to shortstop, out into left field, coming on behind him Upton, and Ibar will take it. That's all. The Red Sox have been set down 15 straight. Now it's Kimbrel trying to lock it up as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Kimbrel looking to save this one and put the Red Sox into the win column tonight. Red Sox with a 3-2 lead as we go to the bottom half of the 9th inning in Detroit. Victor Martinez, J.D. Martinez, Justin Upton standing between the Red Sox and a win.
Yeah, first two guys in this inning, very, very tough.
Kimbrel got Cabrera to line to left field solidly to end the 8th inning with 2 men on. Victor Martinez has gone 0 for 3, has flied to left, and he's also grounded to second twice. Batting lefty. And a strike. Victor remains an outstanding hitter. The way the guy behind him is swinging, you almost fear him more. And J.D. Martinez has hit safely in 11 straight. He's on deck and he's homered tonight. Line shot to right, driving back Betts. He's there to make the catch. Another one hit well for an out.
Yeah, both hitters that Kimbrel has faced have hit the ball very well. It was a curveball that Miguel Cabrera hit for an out, and now Martinez with a line shot, but right at Mookie Betts.
So Victor Martinez done. Now J.D. Martinez, no relation. He has singled, popped up, and homered. He had a homer and a single last night. Outstanding power. A lot of it to the opposite field. And he lines that one foul for strike one. 3-2 Red Sox. They have out hit the Tigers 8-5. So this one has been about pitching and rain in Motown tonight. Good morning to you, by the way.
Yeah, we got a game in just a little over 12 hours.
Cut on and missed, and it's 0-2. Rodriguez will pitch against Verlander later on today. 1 o'clock here from Comerica. Martinez, he will strike out a lot, Jerry. Here comes the 0-2. 98 and just off the edge of the plate. Power against power here, the 1-2. All even now.
Trying to elevate that fastball that time, but overthrowing it, getting it to the outside part of the plate.
The slumping Justin Upton is on deck. Here's the 2-2 from Kimbrel. That missed badly. That's a fastball or an off-speed pitch, and he jerked at 89 miles an hour. So the count runs full. When he's wild, he'll do that. Can he lock back in here? The payoff pitch to J.D. Martinez. He got him. He struck him out. 2 down.
That takes some courage too by Kimbrel. You know, you expect a fastball on the 3-2 count. He comes with the breaking ball and gets a pretty feeble swing there from J.D. Martinez. Not expecting that pitch at all. Ball's not a strike, but he chased it.
One more out. Here's Upton. He has struck out twice and also singled. Came in a 1 for 30 skid. A strike at 98.
He's another guy that Kimbrel can punch out. He's already struck out twice in the game, 142 times on the year.
Kimbrel peering in. Upton finally jumps in the box. Kimbrel really ready to go. Trying to end this one. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. popping the mitt. The count 0-2.
Well, you see two swings like that on high fastballs. Do you go right back to it again?
Well, if he throws him that breaking ball, Upton may screw himself into the ground.
Let's see what they call. Fastball again.
Time is asked for and granted Upton. Red Sox a strike away from picking up another win here in Detroit and another win on this road trip. And the Sox closer with an 0-2 pitch to Upton. One and two.
Yeah, they changed up that time. They wanted a fastball. Timeout was called, and he came back to the breaking ball. Fastball upstairs.
1-2 pitch to Upton. Wouldn't go after it. 2-2.
Trying to elevate the fastball, see if Upton would chase it. He did not. Right at the top of the strike zone, but out of the strike zone.
Upton does have 13 home runs despite his hitting woes. McGee on deck. Bases empty, 2 down, and he gets time again. Red Sox ahead 3-2 in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Shakes off the curveball, wants the fastball.
Here it comes. High fly center field. Bradley back. Off the wall. It stayed in play. The throw back into second base, and he is standing at second base with a double. The tag put on by Bogaerts, forcing the umpire actually make a signal there. It stayed in the ballpark.
Wow.
Oh, so close to being a tie game.
Well, I thought that ball had enough to get out of the ballpark, and somehow it hits the top of the wall and comes back in. Let's watch it on replay. Up goes Bradley. Yeah, the ball just did not get on top of the wall, just below it, and comes back into the field of play. So what a huge break for the Red Sox. That ball left the bat. I thought it was a tie score.
Me too. So did he. Look at that. He was already signaling home run.
Yep.
And he had to scamper in there. That was a much closer play than it should have been. And here's McGee with the tying run at second. He's gone 1 for 3. Tried to check, and he did, according to the first base umpire Gibson, and the count 1-0. Well, you can't get a whole lot closer than that fly ball by Upton. And yet it stayed in the park. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. A cut and a miss. 1-1.
Still 98 with that fastball is Kimbrel.
And now the Red Sox hanging on here in the bottom of the 9th. The 1-1. 2 balls and a strike. Saltalamacchia on deck. The tying run at second base for Detroit. 3-2 Boston. And a 2-1 from Kimbrel. Popped up foul out of play. 2-2.
Again, those infielders in situations, any kind of ground ball, you've got to dive it. You got to try to knock it down, keep that man from scoring. Kimbrel's thinking one thing here: strike out to end the ball game.
These guys have been out here a long time. Now into a new day. And again, 1 strike away as Kimbrel will call out Holiday. Wonder if they're talking about going breaking ball here.
You know, I always hate to get beat on your second best pitch, and certainly his best pitch is a fastball.
And he's throwing at 98. It's in good shape. Upton at second. 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Foul back with the heater.
Yeah, went to his best pitch again. Fastball up and in. A good job fouling that ball off by McGee.
Is pouring in that fastball.
See what the call is here on the 2-2 count again. Will he stay with number 1?
Kimbrel with a 2-2 once again to McGee. He got him. He went to the breaking ball and he struck him out, and the Red Sox win it 3-2. It's never easy. It's always dramatic. But the Red Sox are now 5-1 on this road trip. David Ortiz with a big home run again in Detroit. And the Red Sox in the win column, TC, on a Sunday morning, 3-2 over the Tigers.